Hello, my wonderful Virgos. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay. Okay, Virgo. We have the message crushed. You are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Okay. Seems to me that you may be feeling very defeated by this situation this week, or, the separation could have been very recent, but you're still healing from it. Okay, because it says you are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal. Yeah. It seems to me that, yeah, you definitely could be going through a healing process, but there may be some sort of clarity that you're gaining this week as well. Now, this clarity seems like it's something about yourself, right? And what you want moving forward, or what you are possibly tolerating in this connection. And you're like, it seems to me like you're almost making a promise to yourself that you won't end up in a situation like this again, or you won't overextend yourself, to someone again. Like there's some sort of discovery that you're making about yourself, or an energy of feeling like, well, I allowed that to happen, or I'm not going to allow someone else to have that much power over my emotions, or over me, in the future. There's something that you're learning about yourself is what I'm getting here. Okay. So again, I do believe you're healing from what has happened, and you may be feeling very defeated this week in terms of being reminded, or being reminded of probably possibly not the best memories that you have with this person. Could even be a sense of like disrespect or betrayal that you feel. Okay. You're really wanting a change here with the Ace of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords. The way that this is coming through to me, guys, is like you want a change, whether it's in this dynamic, whether it's just, a change for yourself in terms of your love life. But with the Eight of Swords, like, you're also feeling very defeated by this situation where you're not feeling ready for something new. And it's interesting because it says you need time to heal before you jump in again. So some of you are like, I really want to take my mind off of this person, or I really don't feel like being, consumed by thoughts of, not the best memories. But it's almost like something about this connection has made you a little bit, what's the right word, or how do I explain this to you guys? Like the way the download is coming through is like you want to get your mind off of this person, you want some sort of a change, but some of you are fearing some sort of a change, or the experience that you went through is very awful to the point where it stresses you out to think of investing in a situation again, is really what I'm getting here. And Eight of Swords could be, some sort of restrictions that you feel. And I feel like for many of you, it's something that's going on mentally. Okay, let's start off by seeing how this person is viewing you this week. Seven of Cups. They don't really know how to feel, and they can't really figure you out. Seven of Cups has a lot to do with feeling confused. So they are trying to figure you out, specifically when it comes to the emotional department. So how you feel, if you're, willing to forgive them, if you're still thinking about them, if you're still as emotionally invested, things of that sort. But they can't really figure you out, because the Seven of Cups upright is someone who still feels very confused. I also feel here, guys, like this person may be viewing you as, someone that they weren't making a firm decision about, because the Seven of Cups could be when, like, it's not to say they weren't investing in this connection, but they could have kept their options open as well, right? So there could have been like a form of neglect here. Okay, Emperor, some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Princess of Wands in the challenge position. This person wants to speak to you. That's why they feel challenged this week, but a part of them doesn't want you to know how deeply affected they are by this separation. The Emperor has a lot to do with not being vulnerable or having a poker face, having some sort of an image to maintain here. It's like they feel very bothered by this, but they don't want you to know that. But with the Princess of Wands, they are wanting to reach out to you, they're wanting to speak to you. You're still very much on their mind. There's still a lot of concern here. But a part of them feels like, I need to stand my ground, or I need to be strong about the situation and I can't show my emotions. This may be an individual who feels like showing emotions is a sign of weakness. And I'm not saying that's the truth, but that could be how this person feels. There's also, now, this is very specific, but this person here, like the energy that's coming through is this could be someone where when they're not showing you their emotions or how they feel like they have a sense of control. But then when you know how they feel, or they reveal that they're, feeling down and out, or they're going through something, they feel very weak or powerless. That's coming through very strongly. Like, this is someone who genuinely believes that when they open up about how they feel, or if they're going through something emotionally, they don't have leverage or control in the situation. So this is someone who has a very difficult time releasing control or letting things just flow. And it's not to say that if this person was to open up, you would use it as leverage, but that's just their perspective. Someone who struggles with emotional intimacy is going to have a very different mindset than someone who's like, you know what, I'm okay with being open, right? The way that you're viewing them, Nine of Wands, you really don't trust this person, is what I see. So there's a lack of trust here, but Nine of Wands could also be you completely blocking this person and saying, I don't want to hear from you, or I don't want this person in my energy. It also gives me, this energy of you feeling like very tired and exhausted. Nine of Wands is like that wounded warrior energy, feeling like you've, gone through the ringer when it comes to this connection, feeling like you've tried everything to make things work, but you're at the point of just feeling extremely overwhelmed. But initially, what I was getting here is you're looking at this person as someone that you do not know. So, do you feel like who you thought this person was is not really who they actually are? Or there's something about their true colors being revealed where you're like, I had the wrong idea of you? Because Nine of Wands is just letting me know, like, initially what I was getting is you just do not trust this person. You don't trust what they say. You don't trust what they do. And how you perceive them in the beginning of this bond is very different to how you're perceiving them in this current moment. Something of significance could have occurred in fall, okay? Six of Cups in your feelings, and the Queen of Swords, yeah. This is all about boundaries. That's what's going on in your feelings. Six of Cups is feeling nostalgic, missing someone, right? But then we have the Queen of Swords. So it's like when you're missing this person, your logic kind of kicks in, and it's like, well, remember why you left? Well, remember how things are now? So you're kind of going through a lot emotionally this week, Virgo, because as much as you're reminded of this person, as much as you may be feeling nostalgic and reminded of, memories that you share with them. With the Queen of Swords, you're like, yeah, but remember why you left? Remember what wasn't working? And so there's almost like this internal battle that you're facing when it comes to your mind and your heart, because they're telling you two completely different things. And the Queen of Swords is like accepting the truth or the situation for what it is and not trying to make it out to be what you want it to be, right? Or what you wish it would be. So even though the truth that is being revealed, or something, some sort of clarity you're gaining is coming with a lot of reassurance for you, or it's confirming your intuition, a part of you still misses this person this week. Or there's something that is reminding you of what you guys used to have together. And then when you think about what you guys used to have together and where you guys are now, that could be something that's really causing you to feel, defeated. A very specific message here, Virgo, is like you feel like this is not someone that you thought you knew. Like, it's almost like I thought I knew who you were, but I was wrong. Like, you feel very wrong about this person. And the Queen of Swords has a lot to do with boundaries, right? Now I know the truth, so I'm not going to, speak to you, or I'm not going to be the one to reach out, or I'm not going to allow you to treat me the way that you have in the past. And the Queen of Swords is a very honest energy. It's not about, playing the blame game. Even though you feel hurt by this person, I think that you're also going through an introspective period where you're realizing things that you could have possibly done differently, right? Maybe some of this, one of which could be, I was allowing this person to, treat me this way, or I was too forgiving towards this person, or I was overextending myself. I was always trying to see the positive side of the situation, but I wasn't necessarily accepting, the issues or the things that needed solutions. Yeah, we have the Death card in your feelings and the Five of Wands. You feel like there's a lot of drama between you and this person. And with the Five of Wands and the Death card, guys, there's this question that you have, right? So in your feelings, it's like, is this worth it? Should I be going through, A, B, and C just to be in a connection with this person? And if it was supposed to be or meant to be, then it shouldn't feel this complicated, right? Five of Wands is like a constant battle, whether it's, fighting for this person's attention or feeling like there's other people involved and there's a constant obstacle, but you're always trying to make it work. With the Death card, you're wanting to put it to an end. And again, I'm not saying you don't miss this person or it feels easy, but you're accepting that this may be a situation that's not worth your investment, or there has been ongoing conflict between you and this person, and you feel like the best way to see it from another perspective is to take a break from it completely with the Death card. And the Queen of Swords and the Death card, guys, like in your feelings, could also be like your perspective completely changing on this person, like I mentioned a few minutes ago. The Death card could be a really large change, whether it's your perspective, whether it's a shift in this dynamic or a shift in this person's energy, and you feel like it's very difficult to come back from that. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. So the Emperor is being clarified by the Hanged Man, Piscean energy, Magician, clarifying the Princess of Wands. This person's thinking about how to communicate with you. They're trying to manifest a conversation. That's what's happening with the Magician. So it's like either, if you guys live in the same neighborhood, they're hoping they bump into you, right? If you have this person blocked on social media, they're hoping that you unblock them, right? Everyone's scenario is going to be different, but they are wanting to have a conversation with you. But with the Emperor as well as the Hanged Man, they're spending a lot of time thinking about you, and this week, because it's coming up in the challenge position, their response is almost like a freeze response. Like so much has happened and they're still consumed by this, but as much as they're thinking about you, they don't want you to know that, and it's resulting in them just kind of feeling stuck, right? The Hanged Man is thinking quite a bit and maybe even having a shift in perspective, but it's a very stagnant energy. And I feel like it stems from a place of this person trying to be unbothered or trying to appear unbothered, even though this is really affecting them. Because if they weren't bothered, then they wouldn't be trying to manifest a conversation with you. And they can possibly feel your energy, because in your energy, it's like, yeah, I miss you, but this is the truth of the situation, or I need to leave this behind. You're really asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the fight? Is it worth the, bickering? Is it worth the back and forth? So in their feelings, we have the King of Pentacles, okay? And the Princess of, yeah, this person is definitely still very much, keeping tabs on you, wondering what you're up to. Very curious to see if you've moved on here. Because they view you as someone who is stable, but I'm more so getting an energy of someone who feels like you make very logical decisions, like you don't really think with your heart. And you would be surprised, because that's very difficult for some people to do, right? But this person feels like when you see the truth in a person or a situation, you act accordingly. It's not like you easily give in or forgive someone just because your heart is telling you to do so. So they do feel a bit of a detached energy from you this week. And they feel like you're doing what you feel is right, but it's more of a logical decision. You're not really acknowledging your emotions towards this person and saying, oh, but I miss them, so I'm going to forgive them. That's how they feel. We have the Two of Swords in their feelings and the Ten of Wands. This person's in denial about the ending that you guys have had. Two of Swords and Ten of Wands. Okay, Ten of Wands is an ending, but it's usually an ending after like emotional exhaustion or like feeling very drained, kind of like I've tried everything, or I've put forth effort into this connection time and time again, but I didn't, my desired outcome was not something that I received. But with the Two of Swords, that speaks a lot about denial or not seeing something clearly. This person could feel like you guys are going to reconnect, or this is a week where they're thinking about how to reconnect with you instead of focusing on why things ended, because there is denial associated with this completion or this separation here. It's like they don't want to accept that that's the truth. There's something here that's really burdening them, and it has a lot to do with feeling unclear about the future of this bond, and it also has a lot to do with feeling like, is this really over? Because they keep thinking about the ending with you, but they don't feel like it's over. But then when they kind of look at your side of things, which they're spying on you, they may feel like you guys have opposing mentalities, or you're on a different page than they are. It's almost a shock factor to this person that you're not focused on your emotions, or you're not using, like, your emotions are not determining the decision that you're making. It's more so logic. We have the Five of Cups in the potential outcome and the Hierophant. Some of you could be dealing with the Taurus. What's the Five of Cups? Ten of Cups, Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. Someone who feels like they're going to remember you forever, really. Like, it's really hard to forget about you, because with the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles, not only do they feel like you've taught them a lot, this person may be an individual who's used to, leaving a situation, but always being able to find their way back in. Or this may be someone who's really used to being chased by others. But the way that you're responding to them is very different from what they're used to, which is why, they're still bothered or reminded of you. Your ability to set very clear boundaries when something doesn't serve you, this person is not used to that. So not only are they learning a lot about you, Ten of Cups and the Five of Cups, right? Someone who's disappointed in how they treated you when they had the chance to be in a commitment with you. So they're thinking about, it doesn't have to be that you were in a full-blown commitment, but even when they had access to you, they're very disappointed in how they were treating you, how they were responding to you, the lack of emotional expression here. This is someone who's going to regret this for quite some time. And it has a lot to do with you and how you're handling this situation as well. I feel like if you were still giving this person access to you, or if you were still trying to battle or fight for this connection, this person may have felt that they had some sort of leverage. But they know that you're closing this cycle out or putting it to an end, and it's causing them to feel like, I've never been treated this way before, or I'm not used to this, or I can't believe that, we're not going to find a solution. So I see a lot of regret in the potential outcome. And Ten of Cups and Hierophant, this person feels like they could have had something very stable with you, especially with the Queen of Pentacles upright. They still view you as, an ideal partner. That's what that Queen of Pentacles is. But for the first card, or in the potential outcome, the first card to come out was the Five of Cups, which means a lot of disappointment, right? Why did I do this? Or why did I act this way? Or why didn't I, do this when I had the opportunity to do so? Why was I, taking this for granted? That kind of thing. So let's see what they want to communicate to you. I don't react when people mention you. And this is exactly what I said with the Emperor card. Even if you guys have mutual friends and, people are asking about you, they act very unbothered. But on the inside, this is really something that they're not going to forget. And it's something that's going to bother them. And it currently is bothering them. It was my fault, but I blamed you. So this person could have kind of turned the wheel on you if you did call them out on something that was not working here. This person could have also made it seem like this connection wasn't working because of you, when really they're starting to realize the role that they've played in, the separation here. I wish I could take back my words. So they're not happy with how they've communicated to you. I did mention that, with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Cups, like, they're really not pleased with how they were treating you while they had access to you. And now that they don't, it's when they're realizing that they should have done better. Okay, anything else? We will be together again. This is them holding on to some sort of hope. So you may not agree with this, but the Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords is someone who is in denial about an ending. So I'm not sure if this separation was very recent, or that's just some like the reality of the situation is not really something they're accepting at this time. Okay. So, my wonderful Virgos, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.